Now, what I like to do here is rather than just running onto this thing, I sort of jettison my way into the wheel and fall onto the switch. I'm going to be doing that for the start of every single mission, so get used to it. Because I think it's hilarious. Just like this cutscene. So we jettison ourselves off into space or into the sky. Why they chose to do this in the style of worlds rather than the sort of Comet Observatory style for the world map, I don't know. I love the observatory thing where you had all of the planets orbiting around each other. That made much more sense than this, especially calling these worlds instead of like sectors or zones. I mean, there should not be more than one galaxy in a world. There should be many worlds in a galaxy. I don't think they care either way. It is a Mario game. It's not supposed to make sense. I understand that. But I do like when things make sense, and I don't like when things do not make sense. That's just me. I still like Mario games, oddly enough. So for the second mission in the Sky Station Galaxy, we're going to have to cross over to the other side of the planet, which we should have done in the first mission, but we chose not to because we're lazy. That Luma needs a key to be unlocked. That key is, I think it's in this baby chomplet, whatever thing is called. If I can get it to hit the tree. No, it's in the other one. I forget which one is which. There are 4 of them around here. 3 of them only give you star bits. This one gives you a key. And there's the key. Grab the key. It unlocks the Luma. The Luma will turn into a launch star. We've all seen this before. It's pretty familiar. Thank you. Hop in and go flying. Oh, I wanted to hear you transform. Your transformation cry is hilarious, Luma. So we run over here. We could grab another rainbow star to begin. They really give you a lot of the rainbow stars very early. I don't feel like getting it. Drop in here, and we have this sort of fly around forever gravity in here, which doesn't make sense, but it is really, really cool. Drop over here. Jump down here. There's the launch star. I don't want to quite get that yet. I want to ride this all the way up so I can get the Comet Medal, which I believe is... Oh, never mind. It's a little bit later. I wanted to get the bonus here. Hey, it's the same bonus as before. The unfortunate thing about Rainbow Mario in this game is that if you stand still, he's just red. Rainbow Mario doesn't change color like he did in Super Mario Galaxy. He's the same color as... Look, I stand still, he's just red. He's not changing color, he's just pure red. I don't like that. I wish he did change colors, but he doesn't, and I can't really complain about it because the rest of this game is just awesome. So we ride this thing all the way around. We'll get to a point where we see the launch star in 2 of these amps, I believe they're called. Amps. And we get to the familiar flip switches. Also, I don't know if anyone else is bothered by the checkpoint flags. I guess it's cool that you know exactly where you respawn, but having to hit those things is just annoying. That sign would have warned you about these cosmic clones. If you touch them, you get hurt. I used to think it was an instant death, but you just get hurt. So they basically trace the path that Mario did before. Just make sure you don't backtrack into exactly the same spot. Once you hit all the switches, they go bye-bye. In all of the early levels, I've only seen there are 3 cosmic clones, so it's not like Snake, where every, like, 5 seconds you get another one, and it can go on for 20 or 30 or 40 of the clones. I'm sure in the later levels that will happen. I haven't gotten there yet. I assume it will. Long jump, Mario. Don't get hit by the bonsai bill now. This is only the first world. Don't die. Don't get hurt. That's just too embarrassing. So... yeah, pretty self-explanatory what to do here. They give you a lot of ways to get up. Avoid the bonsai bill I know is coming. Something cool I kind of realized by mistake when I was hiding down here after getting the first one is that Mario can actually sort of sidle against the wall like this. Don't fall off now. He sort of automatically grabs onto the wall. I don't know if they're going to make use of that mechanic later on in the game, but it's pretty neat. Like, give you a really thin area against the wall. I got a star! I don't know how many times I'm going to say I got a star. But, yeah, there are a couple of new mechanics in this game I have yet to figure out. I'm sure I will at some point. I got my second star! 4 minutes, 10 seconds. This is going by pretty quick because I know what I'm doing already. And Love is going to continue to interrupt us for no real reason. Co-star Lumas, I'll probably get into co-op play at some point. It depends on whether or not my little brother's up to it. Usually busy doing his own thing. I'm sure no one's that interested in seeing it. Yoshi Star Galaxy bringing you to Yoshi. The long-anticipated return of the dinosaur. I never really felt that Yoshi was missing from Mario Galaxy in the first place. I can understand why they put him in. It's just, as of now, I'm not that fond of Yoshi. Maybe when I get to new power-ups or different levels, my opinion will change, but as of right now, I'm not that fond of Yoshi in this game yet. Those little rocks you run into, they usually give you star bits or coins. I'm not sure why they decided to put those in. There are a lot more coins in this game. Oh wait, that was my only star bit. What the heck am I doing? So we got this little jump pad. Run into the Magic Koopa over here. Ah, did you really hurt me? I'm not gonna die here. That would just be embarrassing. But this mud makes it a little hard to move around. Okay, where are you gonna spawn next, Magic Koopa? I had absolutely no trouble with you before. Why was I stuck against the wall there? That was that sort of grabbing mechanic, sidling mechanic I got into before. Come on! I'm gonna grab the coins as often as I can just for the sake of making sure that I don't die, because that would be more embarrassing than anything else. But kill the Magic Koopa, the bubble disappears, and you can break Yoshi open with a spin or a jump, and there he is, and he's so happy. Does a nice, cute pose for you. Says, "Hey, I want you to ride on my back!" So I guess we should do that. And the cool thing about Yoshi is that he's unaffected by the... Yoshi, why you gotta be like that? He's unaffected by the mud, so he can pretty much run through those as if it's not there. And you can eat stuff. And you can flutter jump. As if no one knows about this stuff already. But it's nice that you can instinctively know what to do if you've played the other games. And Yoshi can flutter jump more than once if you tap the A button after a little while. I haven't figured out what the timing is on that yet. You can also shake. You can do that. There's a comet medal up there. If I can figure out how to dismount, I think by Z or something. Z, A. Yeah, that's it. But there is a way you can get around there with Yoshi. The jump pad here. Flutter up to the top. There's your comet medal. I might occasionally point away from the screen inadvertently because I'm actually playing on the floor right now rather than on the couch where I usually play, so it's a little hard for me to determine where I am relative to other stuff. I'll have to consciously point at the screen. See how many of these enemies we can eat. I'm still getting used to the sort of tongue mechanics, eating mechanics, movement mechanics of Yoshi. I don't really find them to be that great. I actually think that your movement is a little bit more restrictive with Yoshi than it is with Mario himself. And I wish that wasn't the case, because you'd think that if you were getting a power-up or you had a buddy to ride on, that you would be able to move a little bit more. I guess that's not the case. I wish it was. So anyway, you get to this thing, you have to eat it and sort of yank it off with the... Yank it off! I guess with shaking. It says with the joystick, but I think I had to shake to get it off, get a bunch of star bits from there. And what's cool about this game is that they chase you no matter how far away you are. The star bits continue to chase you. Oh, I got an enemy. Okay, now we get this little dice block, and depending on what you roll, you might get something cool. Or you might get an enemy to eat. Eat him. Yummy. Yummy Goombas. I wonder what they taste like. If Yoshi had anything to tell us about all the enemies he's eaten over the years, I wonder how good or how bad some of them taste. And which ones taste better than others. Neat. I'm not going to read many of the signs here either, because in the very beginning of the game they're not that helpful. Flutter our way up here. Eating fruits, yank him off. Eating fruits, I believe you get extra lives for eating enough of them. But I haven't really saw the need to just go out of my way to get them. Yeah, I'm finding it's a lot easier to control Yoshi now that I sort of know what I'm doing.